guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronnie, and today we're going to be discussing how to start your basic makeup kit. So whether you're just starting out with learning how to do your own makeup or you aspire to be a makeup artist, we're going to be talking about some inexpensive drugstore products that you could start off with so that you can get more familiar before you start spending a lot of money on products that you might not like and you might not use. So we're gonna jump right in. So the first product that you want to make sure you have in your kit, and that is a face primer. A face primer is going to help keep your makeup in place. It's going to give the foundation something to kind of attach to and help it not move throughout the day. So my go-to face primers that are drugstore friendly is the NYX Angel Veil and the Wet n Wild Matte Primer. Quick note, most of my products that I'm having in my makeup starter kit is going to be matte finishes because I have oily skin and I need the matte to just control that a little bit. So that's for number one. Number two, you want to have some type of foundation. Now if you don't wear makeup and you are not comfortable wearing foundation just yet, that is fine. However, if you want to get into that, here are two. These are my go-to drugstore foundations. The first one is the L'Oreal Infallible. This one I'm actually wearing today. And then I also have the Maybelline Fit Me. Now both of these are very buildable, so that means that you can get a very light coverage if you want, or more full coverage if you want to build it up. Number three in your kit that you want to have is, of course, a brow pencil. Now, if you're just starting out, I recommend you start with a brow pencil rather than a pomade because a pencil is going to allow you to have more control over your brow. I'm actually wearing this brow pencil right now. I took a step away from precisely my brow just for you guys. But I wanted to show you that you could achieve a nice brow no matter what pencil you're using. And if you want to know how I got my brows, go ahead and watch my previous video, which is a natural brow tutorial. But I would recommend getting a pencil that also has a spoolie attached so that you can have something to brush your hairs in place along with a pencil. Again, I recommend a pencil over a pomade if you're just starting out because pomades tend to give you that really dark look, especially if you're, new to it. You're going to go in a little more heavy-handed, whereas pencils, you can kind of do it a little softer and have more control. So for number four, we're going to jump into concealers. You want to make sure you have some type of concealer in your makeup kit. Here are a few that I use. I use the Maybelline Fit Me. I also use the e.l.f. or the LA Girl Pro. Now you've probably seen most of these before, but concealer has multiple purposes. I use it to go under my brows when I'm doing my brows. I also use it under my eyes. It can be used for a lot of things. It also goes on your eyelid before you put your eyeshadow on to give it something to stick to. So having a concealer in your makeup starter kit is going to be very important. The three that I mentioned are all pretty inexpensive. Most of them are probably like $3, $4, $5. So the LA Girl Pro you can find in like your local beauty supply store, Target, anywhere. And I like it because they have so many different shades. Like from light to extremely dark. Should I say extremely dark, but from light to dark. And to be honest, I have, let me show you. These are all my LA Girl Pros. So again, when I was just starting out, I was just buying the cheap stuff at first. See, they even have the color correctors in the LA Girl Pro. Now in this video, I'm not going to recommend you get a color corrector or anything because this is beginner friendly. You're not doing all that in the beginning. But they even have those colors. So the LA Girl Pro, very good. I also like the e.l.f. because this one, the consistency is a little more mattifying and thicker. This is the 16-hour Camo concealer, so pretty long wear. And I do like the Maybelline. The Maybelline Fit Me reminds me of the NARS, what is it? The NARS Creamy, can't remember. But if you do makeup, you know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, it's very creamy and easy to blend out, so that's why I really like this one here. If I'm going for more of a matte full face, I would probably go for the e.l.f. Okay, this one's going to be a little harder to blend out than this one here, but they're both pretty good and inexpensive. So now for number 5, you want to make sure you have some type of setting powder in your makeup kit. And setting powder is what you're going to use on top of any like liquid. So when you put your foundation, when you do your concealer, you want to set it with powder so that, again, you're helping it not move. The goal is to keep your makeup in place. Okay, you don't want it to oxidize and move throughout the day. Today I am recommending the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder. Highly recommend it. It is because it is very inexpensive. It's very fine. I'm actually wearing it today. Again, if you want to know how I use these products, then be on the lookout for my next video. Another one that a lot of YouTubers have recommended, and I actually purchased it, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not going to tell you to put it in your starter kit until I've used it for myself to see how it looks. But is the Airspun. If you use this product and you know what it's like, then let me know what your thoughts are. But I'm gonna give it a try, and then I'll get back to you and let you guys know how that worked out. Okay, so now for number 6, after you have a setting powder, you want to make sure you have some type of contour palette. Okay, now again, if you're just starting out, you're probably not contouring or all around your face and things. However, you do want to make sure you have like a deeper color, so that you could, bring color back into your face once you put your setting powder on, because your face naturally has like lighter parts and then darker parts. Usually the outside of your face is a little darker. Right here by your cheekbones is a little darker, so that's why we use the contour palettes. So the darker color is going to help you do that. This color I use to like bring color back into my face, kind of like if your powders are a little too white, it's a tip there. So I'm recommending this palette because A, it's inexpensive. B, it comes in multiple color ranges. So this one is the medium to dark. It has light to medium, and it has a dark to darker. I don't think that's correct, but you get my point. They have multiple color ranges, so it covers a lot of different color skin complexions. Also, inside of it, you can use this for different purposes. So if you wanted to use this contour palette for your brows, you can. It also has a highlighter inside of it. So this highlighter can also be used on your eyelids as like an eyeshadow. And it has sculpting, so like to bring color back into your face. So again, this palette should be a part of your makeup starter kit. And let's go into eyes a little bit. Now again, if you're starting out, then you're probably not using eyeshadow that much. But if you do want to dabble into eyeshadow, then here's a cute little palette. This palette probably cost me $3 to $5, if that. And I like this palette because it has neutral colors. When you're starting out, I would highly recommend you go for neutral colors. You don't want to go for like the bright colors right away or the super dark colors. This palette is also really good because it has a like transition color, it has a deeper color here, and then it has like 2 glitter lid colors. I'm actually wearing this on my eyes, so if you are looking to see how I did my makeup, look forward to my next video. Also though, if you're interested in dabbling, I would recommend starting with a Morphe palette. Okay, Morphe palettes are very inexpensive and they're huge, meaning they have so many different colors. Now again, this one is not that neutral. I have a few Morphe palettes, but as you can see, the color range, you have so many different colors here to play around with, and they are very cheap. I think, how many colors in here? Let me see this. There's 35 different colors in here. So Morphe palettes are very good and inexpensive. You can get them at Ulta Beauty, or there's a Morphe store if you have a Morphe store near you. So the next product I'm going to recommend is having some type of eyeliner. I would recommend a black eyeliner, even though they make multiple colors. But the black eyeliner is it's classic. It goes for many different looks. No matter what kind of hair color you got going on, whatever eye you got going on, a black liner is probably going to go with it. Also, I would recommend that you use a pencil liner or like a stick eyeliner rather than a liquid or gel eyeliner, because these are going to be easier to control, especially if you're just starting out. Liquid eyeliners can get very messy, hard to clean up. These are very, you know, you can smudge them in if you need to. This one is the e.l.f. eyeliner, and it is waterproof, so cheap, probably again like $3. Alright, so after we have eyeliner, then next you want to make sure you have some type of mascara. This one is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. A lot of people said it's similar to the Better Than Sex mascara, and I do love the Better Than Sex mascara, so I had to try this one out. If it was going to give me some of the similar benefits for not the price, then I had to try it out, and I will say that it's pretty good. Pretty good. It doesn't have to be this one specifically, but make sure you have some type of mascara. This one is very inexpensive. After mascara, you want to make sure you have everyone's favorite highlighter. I don't know why everyone loves highlighter, and I do too, but I'm not one of those people who you have to like see my highlighter from miles away. I like my highlighter to be subtle because, you know, it's like, ooh, she got a little glow to her, like a little natural glow. Everything I do, you know, is to be simply slayed. This Maybelline Master Chrome, it can take you there. It can take you from very subtle to I can see you from space. This is pretty much the one I use if I'm using a drugstore highlighter, but again, if we go back to that Black Renaissance palette, you don't even need to buy that one because there's one in here. This is the NYX Born to Glow, and this one is a liquid highlighter. Well, they call it an illuminator, but highlighter does the same thing. Alright, so after we have our highlighter, we're going to make sure that we have some type of setting spray. This, to me, is my whole favorite part of the makeup process. I'm one of those people that get carried away with my setting spray. I could be spraying for like 5 minutes. Okay, not literally, but you get my point. So here is two that I like. I use the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer, and I like to actually spray this one like it's a primer mist. So I like to spray this one before I actually go in with a full face setting spray. So this NYX Matte Finish Spray is going to be my recommendation for a setting spray. Again, I have a matte finish because I get oily for the 100th time. However, they do have others, but you want to make sure you have some type of setting spray in your kit. If you feel powdery or like you look powdery, you spray that, boom, it's like magic. No, I don't. Powder where? Where are you using powder? Okay, so yes, you want to make sure you have that. Now, some honorable mentions. Now, you don't need these in your kit, but if you want to, you can. You can have falsies, like false lashes. I use like literally the drugstore, like beauty supply store lashes, because I'm not that big on lashes, to be honest. I only wear them if I'm going out, like to a lounge, to an event, then I'll put lashes on. But a regular day, we just gonna get some mascara popping and call it a day. But they also have some pretty cheap lashes at Sephora. I like natural lashes, not the ones that look like broomsticks that you're about to fly away. But if that's your thing, then go ahead, girl. And also, you want to make sure you got some lips. And today, let me tell y'all about this. Lip gloss, look, everyone has lip gloss, so we're not going to say it needs to be in your starter kit. However, I just discovered this e.l.f. lip gloss, and baby, this lip gloss is phenomenal. It actually reminds me of the Fenty Beauty, you know, y'all know which gloss I'm talking about, the one that everyone loves. It's like the same color, but unpopular opinion, I will say this e.l.f. gloss might be better than the Fenty lip gloss, because, at least to me, because of the consistency. I will I would debate you guys that this is better than the Fenty. We love you, Riri, but that one was a little thick. So just to summarize everything that we went over today, you don't have to use the products that I recommended, but the ones I picked are very inexpensive and I like them. I personally use them myself. But just to recap what we went over today, you want to make sure you have a primer. You want to make sure you have some type of foundation, some type of concealer. You want to have some type of setting powder. You want to have a brow pencil and even a brow gel. I don't think I mentioned that, but a brow gel if you know that's your go-to and you got little wild hairs. You want to make sure you have some type of contour palette, and you want to get one that is going to give you multiple uses. You want to make sure you have eyeliner, mascara, setting spray, and for the tools you want to make sure you have a sponge, some type of brush. Sponges are pretty easy to start off with. And then if you want to dabble, you can get you a nice eyeshadow palette. They have some very cheap ones that have like 4 colors in it, or you can get you a Morphe palette that is pretty big. You have about 35 colors in there. And then again, the honorable mentions, lashes. And if you're going to get lashes, obviously you're going to need some type of lash glue. And then my favorite, the e.l.f. lip gloss. Add this to your kit, guys. You won't be disappointed. So if you liked this video and it was helpful and you learned something, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you thought, and be on the lookout for future videos. Again, my name is Ronnie, and here we learn how to keep it simply slayed. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.